Hello everyone, my name is Troy and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be telling you everything we know about KOTLC Book 9 as well as going into some of my predictions on things like the title, the cover, and the plot. As you guys know, we have been waiting for more information about Shannon's newest book for a very long time since the release of Unlocked. We're starting to get more information like the release date and some hints on when some more information will be revealed. I also have a ton of predictions and theories on some of the things about Book 9, and I cannot wait to share them in this video. I do want to say that I do have another non-KOTLC song coming out soon. It is called Arctic Waters. It is releasing next Friday. I hope you really enjoy it, and you can now pre-save it. I'll also leave a link to both the pre-save and the little teaser video that I dropped, which you can start to hear some of the chords and some of my vocals. But let's just jump into the video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, so the first thing, which is a good background for anyone wanting to learn more about Book 9, and that is Shannon currently, is raising a child. She announced actually this summer that she had given birth and that it had made a drastic impact on her life, and that's why KOTLC Book 9 was pushed back a year, because originally KOTLC Book 9 was supposed to be coming out like very soon. What I will say about this is that I think it will make Shannon have a little bit more time to work on this book, and I'm all for it because some of her other books felt a little bit rushed and like not having a lot of like editing done with it. I feel like Shannon's previous books, like books 1 through 5, had a lot of like cutting out of those like long scenes, but as the series progressed there was just so much like dull details and just filler content. Now we recently learned that the actual publication date of this book is going to be November 8, 2022, which means about exactly like 1 year and 1 month before we get to read the book, and I'm really excited. It does kind of set a very definitive date that we know we're gonna get this book now. Now you can really put a countdown on your phone or a countdown on somewhere and really just count down the days to the book. It's gonna be super exciting. So this book, as always, is being published through Aladdin Publishing through Simon & Schuster. This is where all of her other books have been published, and the book is also available for pre-order on the main ones are Barnes & Nobles and Amazon. And it's been announced that not only will this book contain new art, but another short story, so stay tuned because there will most likely be another Barnes & Nobles exclusive story at the end. So if you do want to pre-order the book, you can, but do know that if you pre-order that version of the book, it might be difficult for you to swap to the Barnes & Nobles exclusive edition when that drops. Also, another fun tidbit that I thought was really interesting that I have not seen anyone else talk about is that listed on the Simon & Schuster website, it says, the number of pages, and it says 800 pages, which I obviously don't think is the real number, but I think this is a good estimation of how long the book will be. I think it might be a bit longer because Shannon has more time, or it might actually be smaller. Like, it could either be longer because she had more to write and she had more time to write, or she could have been more picky about the scenes and really have that freedom of choice in that editing process. Now I think it is important to kind of look beyond Book 9 for a second. So Shannon Messenger's contract for the series has always been up to Book 9. She is allowed to kind of go over that, and she's allowed to renew her contract, and it has been clearly stated by her company that she can make as many books as she wants because they're so commercially successful. I think on Goodreads the first book has almost 50,000 ratings just on Goodreads, so you can make an estimate that almost maybe 1 million people have read it because not a lot of people go on Goodreads. Her series generates a lot of revenue for Simon & Schuster, and so they are really going to back her up with anything. There has not been any official renewal or contract made in regards to future books. So Shannon said in an interview actually that Book 9, she was thinking that was going to be the end, but she also hinted at there being a Book 10 if she couldn't fit everything that she wants to fit in this one book. So it's actually very likely that there will be a Book 10, but she didn't speak anything further than that. Another thing to kind of factor into Book 9 is that Shannon has stated that Keith's perspective being in the books is only unique to Unlocked. It won't continue in Book 9, and I think in this it is implied that at the start of Book 9, the very beginning chapter of Book 9 will be the scene of Sophie reacting to the letter that Keith sent. So according to Shannon Messenger, some news about the title and the cover are coming soon, and I could think maybe even by the end of the year we could have the title. I know she'll release the title first, and I think the cover will be coming in 2021. Oh wait, it's already 2021. I mean 2022. And that's gonna be really interesting. I can't wait to see the title, especially the cover. I have some, hints and theories about both the title and the cover, so let's just get straight into it. Let's start my predictions with the title. I do think that this one theory is really cool. It's a really common and popular fan theory, because it's spread so far through the fandom, it would be cool for a book title to be Swan Song, which is basically that code phrase that the Black Swan uses when someone's in trouble. It basically means that there's some sort of danger, there's some sort of last resort, some sort of emergency happening, and I can see that really being cool, especially with book 9 being this start of this new war with the Neverseen, like a war that we haven't really defined yet. However, the only caveat to this is that all of our current titles are one word. We got Flashback, Exile, Neverseen, Lodestar, you know, like one word titles. So I don't know if that'll work, and I don't know if Shannon will break that trend. But I have a few predictions to some sort of like words or themes that she could use. So some words related to battle, war, crusade, or siege. Also something related to Keith's disappearance. We could have something like rescue, search, or discovery. Lastly, I had some words related to the recent plot, being Magsidian, Ethertine, Crown, or Inheritance. I especially love that last one, Inheritance, being a title. We all know that Shannon will come up with a very ominous title to, you know, get us really hooked and interested. For example, some of the rejected titles for Legacy were Inception, Deadlock, and Rematch. So for the cover, we do know that Karen Paprocki will be designing the cover as always, and Jason Chan will be creating the actual cover art, as in the previous books. So I have a very, very large suspicion that both Keith and Sophie will be on this cover, as I thought it would be Unlocked, but Unlocked was a special case. I really do think that Sophie and Keith will be on book 9. It just makes a lot of sense, especially related to the development of the Sokeith ship. And I don't mean this to be like negative at all, but Shannon's books are very predictable. I've read the series, I kind of know what's going on. I know how Sophie started developing, and I see this same thing happening with Sokeith. I saw, you know, the rise and also fall of Sophitz, and now I kind of see that rise of Sokeith happening. There's a few instances in Unlocked, actually. Also, I think that Sophie and Keith have just been the main two characters in the series for a while now. They literally were the only perspectives in Unlocked, and their lives are the ones that are so heavily focused in the series, so I definitely think that they will be on the cover. As for location, I went over the characters. Who really knows? I'd assume there will be war and fire and violence depicted in the cover. So as for plot, I have a few ideas of what we're gonna see. First of all, as I mentioned earlier, I think it is very much going to be Sophie's reaction to the letter coming in the very first chapter of book 9. Who thinks that Sophie is going to just read the letter and like cry and just accept the fact that Keith is gone? No one does. Sophie is so strong-willed and defiant and, you know, passionate that I feel like she would just run off immediately and try to go find him. Solo mission, go on a trip to try to find Keith. I really do think it would be a rash way, because she is a rash person. She's not very calculated. She's a very impulsive person, but I don't think she's just gonna let it happen. I really, really don't. I also have one more thing to talk about, and that is Forkel's plan. So I was kind of like researching and like just kind of figuring out and like scripting this video, and I immediately jumped to kind of the Neverseen, and they have this very, you know, unique plan that we learned in Legacy to take out each intelligent species, first with like the ogres and the dwarves with the big quarantine incident, and then with the trolls and the dwarves. So all of the intelligent species are kind of like weakening and they're trying to focus on themselves, and now it's the elves and the goblins. Mr. Forkel was like, yeah, after the dwarves, next up is going to be the goblins and the council, and they won't have anyone else to defend them. And so I really do think this is going to be the Neverseen's like, you know, final stretch. They have, you know, achieved their goals in like weakening each intelligent species. I think that Sophie's going to go and try to unite each and every intelligent species again in hopes that she can, you know, save the council. I feel like the Neverseen are going to have one final stance, and, you know, it's a good guess, I guess. But wow, y'all, I feel like I just speed run the whole process and all my thoughts and all this information. It was a lot and my brain is overloaded, but I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope I just gave you some insight about what book 9 might look like, especially because Shannon hinted at revealing some information soon. If you did enjoy, again, make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to our channel down below, comment down below. As always, I really, really love reading your comments and responding to them, and I love interacting with you guys, so please do comment down below. Make sure to check out my new song, stuff in the description, the pre-save link, and the little teaser on my other channel, Troy Warren. Everyone, have a great day, and love you so much. Bye!